Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will show you how I am currently earning over 100,000% APY via Titano Finance and their auto staking and compounding features. But before we get too far into the weeds, I want to make this perfectly clear. This video is intended for educational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice. At the end of the day, anything that offers such a high reward is also very high risk, and you need to do your own recon before you put your money at risk, because this whole project could blow up and you won't have anything left to show for it. So with that all being said, let's take a deeper dive into this project. And we'll start over here on the Titano Finance website, and it's basically just titano.finance. I'll leave a link in the description down below. This is by no means a sponsored video. I don't get any affiliate money for you clicking on links. I decided to do this video because people over in my Telegram group and in my comments on my YouTube videos have been requesting these type of videos. So I started out with Wonderland, and now I'm taking a look at Titano. And again, this is all being provided for educational purposes only. You need to do your own recon. So that's enough jaw jacking. Let's take a look at what Titano is all about. And they claim to be the best auto staking and auto compounding protocol in crypto. And they claim to be offering the highest fixed APY. And the important part of that statement is the fixed. A lot of these protocols offer a high APY that over time decreases along with the price of their token. In this case, the APY is fixed at 102,000%, and so far for the past 2 weeks that rate has actually held at just over 102,000%. Now, something that actually caught my attention about this protocol was the auto staking and compounding in my wallet. And so I don't actually have to send my Titano tokens off of my MetaMask wallet. I can actually just hold those tokens in my MetaMask wallet. I don't send them to anyone else to stake per se. They are basically earning rewards and compounding while being held in my MetaMask wallet. So I still actually have control of those tokens. They're not being held somewhere else by someone else. And so in my opinion, the auto staking is a game changer, and I would like to see a lot of these other protocols switch to the auto staking. And with that being said, the auto compounding also happens in my wallet, and the rewards are sent to my wallet every 30 minutes, basically 48 times daily. And so my rewards are automatically compounding in my wallet. So if you've been following my channel long enough, you know I look for automated trading bots. Well, this is essentially automated staking in my opinion, and that is something that was actually attractive about the Titano protocol. But with that being said, you need to do your own recon, and a good spot to start would be the white paper. So if we give that a click, that will pull up the Titano Finance white paper, and you can see there are a lot of different categories you can dive into and find out a lot more about this protocol and how they achieve the 102,000% APY, along with how the auto staking protocol actually operates. Now, I have read through the entire white paper, but I'm not going to do that in this video. Again, I want you to do your own recon. I do suggest you go through each one of these categories, including how does the auto stake feature work. If you're not familiar with what a rebase token actually is, that's kind of how the rewards are paid. Now, they offer something called risk-free value, and the risk-free value is kind of how they back the rebase rewards, or how they're supporting this high reward system. So again, take a look at that. You might want to take a look at their treasury, which again supports that risk-free value. And the treasury is also supposed to support the token price in case of an extreme drop. It will create a floor for the Titano tokens, but this statement is very similar to what the Wonderland token makes, and there's really not much backing that up, so I don't know how valid that statement is. But once again, I will repeat, it's up to you to do your own recon. Now, if we jump over here to the Titano token, we can look at the Titano buy and sell fees. This also is kind of a red flag to me, but it does try to help explain how they pay this fixed high APY by basically charging you a pretty hefty fee to buy of 13%. And when you go to buy this Titano token on the swap exchanges, you need to set your slippage at 13% or your buy order won't go through. And on the flip side, when you're ready to exit or sell the tokens, you need to set your slippage at 18%. So you're going to lose 18% when you sell your tokens. And so the 13% that they capture when you buy and the 18% they capture when you sell is used to support this whole protocol. And thus it allows them to pay such a high yield of 102,000% annually. Now, unlike some protocols, they do have a roadmap. I suggest you check out their roadmap. Also, they have had a couple audits. And so right now, the Certex audit is 85% complete, so we should see a completion of that here in the near future. But Solidity Finance has a completed audit on the Titano smart contract, and there are again some red flags in here. The first red flag is the maximum allowed supply of Titano. This number looks absolutely ridiculous, and in my opinion, it takes away credibility from the protocol. And the very next statement is they can basically mint any number of tokens up to the maximum supply. And again, we know the maximum supply is this ridiculous number here. And so to me, this is a red flag, and again, why I consider this extremely high risk. Now, those fees that I mentioned earlier that they charge when you buy and sell, you can see them broken out here. The first 13% when you buy, the additional 5% when you sell. And so you can see those fees broken out. However, relating to those fees, a little further in the report, we can see that they can adjust those fees up to any value, including up to 100% at any time. So at any point in time, they could actually raise the sell fee to 100%. Well, what good would it do you to sell if they're going to take a 100% fee on your actual tokens? So another red flag, but again, high risk, high reward. I personally have a pretty high risk tolerance, and so I'm willing to take a shot at something like this with the understanding of the high risk and the high return possibilities. Now, after you've done your recon, and if you feel comfortable of moving on, you could come over here to the Open App button, give that a click, and you will arrive over here at the dashboard where you'll see a market cap of $140 million. Apparently, the APY is again that fixed rate of 102,000%. The next rebase, which is basically the reward period, is 16 minutes, and that will happen basically every 30 minutes. And up here next to connect your wallet, you can actually see the current price for Titano. And so I currently hold a little bit of the Titano token. You'll see that my wallet balance is 0 and my reward amount is 0. And that is because I need to connect my MetaMask wallet. So I just click on Connect Wallet. And now you can see my wallet balance is around 1,500 Titano. And my next reward amount will be 0.586 Titano with a ROI 5-day rate of 9.94%. Now, as mentioned before, the tokens are actually held over here in my MetaMask wallet. So if I open up my MetaMask wallet and scroll down, you can see that Titano is 1,481, which matches up with what they're showing on the dashboard. And so I didn't actually have to send these Titano tokens over to one of their wallets to stake. I am holding these tokens in my MetaMask wallet, and all my rewards are being sent to my MetaMask wallet for me to hold and control it. And so at any time, I could actually go over to, say, swap these tokens out for, let's say, USDT, and you'll see that I'll receive around 170 USDT, and I could go ahead and swap that. However, I would actually have to change the slippage for this transaction to go through, and I would have to change that to like 18%. But I'm not actually looking to sell these tokens right now, as I am currently willing to hold on to them and still accumulate more of these tokens based on that insane APY. And if we take a look at the screenshot from when I actually purchased these tokens on, I believe it was December 29th or around that time frame. Okay, December 31st is when I actually bought these tokens. The price for the Titano tokens at the time was basically 15 cents. And by the time you added in the 13% slippage, my average cost on my initial tokens, which was 1,225.83 tokens, my average price ended up being around 18 cents per token. And so that was around 218 USDT. And so if I were to sell my tokens today, I would actually be taking a loss even with this high APY. But that is mainly due to the current sell-off, which it has experienced right along with Bitcoin selling off. Just a few days ago, on January 7th, the tokens actually reached an all-time high of 21 cents a piece. However, market conditions have dragged the price down, as we have seen pretty much across the crypto board. But with that being said, this is a fairly new project. Looks like the token price really started showing up around December 10th. I think it might actually have a little more history into November. But as far as the chart goes, this is what we're looking at. And so what I was looking for was a retracement in order to buy more Titano tokens. And so I am going to actually load up on a little more of these tokens. And so I can jump back over here to the dashboard, click on Swap Titano. That's going to take me to PancakeSwap. Now I can use some of the BNB in my wallet to actually buy these tokens. Also, with that being said, you need BNB in your wallet to buy these tokens to pay for the gas fees, as this token resides on the Binance Smart Chain. So much like any coins on the Ethereum blockchain, you need Ethereum to pay your gas fees. In this case, you need Binance in your wallet to pay gas fees. And in reality, I'm not going to buy these tokens with my BNB tokens. I will use USDT. So I'll just click on USDT. And I will buy another 220 USDT worth of these tokens. And before I proceed, I do need to come over here to settings, and I need to adjust the slippage, as I mentioned before, to 13%. Otherwise, the transaction will fail and will not go through. I click swap. You can see the slippage was 13%. And so I just need to accept the updated price, confirm swap. And now you can see I have increased the amount of Titano I hold. And obviously I didn't get the full 1,900 tokens because of that 13% slippage. And so you take a pretty big upfront hit when you start the staking process of the Titano tokens. But with the tokens being held in your MetaMask wallet, you're not paying any fees to withdraw from staking or to claim any of your rewards. So you're not paying those little gas fees then. But again, you will get hit with a pretty big fee when you go to sell. And so right now, with the 439 USDT that I've used to buy the tokens, in addition to the rewards I've received over the last couple of weeks, I am at an average cost on these Titano tokens of around 14 cents per token. And with the current price at just around 12 cents, I am at a small loss. However, that is primarily due to the recent sell-off in the crypto market. But more importantly, with 102% APY, it really won't take but a couple weeks, if the price held steady, for me to get my average cost price down as I collect more of these Titano tokens. And at the end of the day, my mission for something like this is a very long-term hold position, with the understanding it could blow up and go to zero. However, on the flip side, if we use their calculator and put in my token amount and hold this for the next month, my total USD balance would be worth, at the current price, around $654. And again, I have a total of 439 USDT invested. And that's if this price holds at around 12 cents. If it goes up at all, this value would obviously go up as well. Now, if I hold for 6 months and the current price stays at around 12 cents, then I would have a potential balance of around $12,000 just in 6 months. So with that all being said, I will be doing regular updates on how this is actually performing. So now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have any comments or questions, drop them in the comment section down below. I will drop a link to Titano Finance in the description down below. But more importantly, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.